Hello YouTube. Today we're going to take a look at two Tamiya 140A scale kits. The first one is the Messerschmitt MeA-2a, and the next kit is a MeA-2a and Kettenkraftrad, which I may not be saying that right. We're going to check both of those out. They're both 140A scale. And let's see what's in the box. First, we'll take a look at the box. Check this one out first. That is the front of the box. And as you can see, pretty nice picture. Nice painting. I really do enjoy these paintings that they put on for the box art. And this is 140A scale. There's the side of the box. That is one of the ways that you can paint that. Major Rudolph Signer green one. Gives you the list of paints. So that's nice too. If you're in the hobby shop, you pick that up, you can just walk over and get the paints. That makes it real nice. This is the other side. It's another way you can paint it. Oberst Lieutenant, I don't know how to say that. Heinz Bar, Red 13. Even gives you the dates. And then, of course, there is the side, and the other side looks exactly the same. Okay, here is the other box, and once again, I really like the painting. I watched some documentaries on these jets. Pretty neat. It's also pretty neat how Messerschmitt and Henkel were competing, you know, to see whose jet was better. There is that side. The other side is exactly the same. Sorry. And then here is one paint job. This one says Edelweiss Rhine, October 1944. And then we'll look at the other side. And there is that paint job. And this is the Rhine, September 1944. And like I said before, it's nice that they show the paint. This one has nice detail. I like that. Very nice. And the other side. Okay, so the reason I picked these kits, I was stationed in Kitzingen, Germany at one point. And the Germans had these on the base in 1945, and it just says Messerschmitt MeA-262A. So I'm not sure if it was A1A or A2A, and I've still haven't found what the markings were on those jet interceptors that would have been stationed there. I imagine they would have been stationed in Giebelstadt too, because that wasn't too far away. But these jets towards the end of the war, it's interesting because they drew the curiosity of the Allied forces, and the 8th Air Force flew B-17s over top and bombed the airfield. And they also, the 9th Air Force flew B-26 Marauders over and attacked this air base along with P-47 Thunderbolts, which actually took over that air base later on, which I found pictures of those, and I've actually found one I'm going to do of that. So anyways, that's the reason why I chose these, just for the history of that base and what was going on there. I thought this would be something neat to do. Probably only do one of them. Like I said, I need to find some markings. But do one of them that way and another one another way. But so anyways, let's get in these boxes and see what's inside. Okay, let's take a look at this one first. This is just the single, no Kettenkraftrad with it. We're just going to take a look at this one. Okay, so first thing I want to show you, there's a nice weight that goes in this plane that'll hold down the front, obviously. It's really nice because that fits in there instead of you having to find weight and stuff it in there and hope that it all works. That way the plane isn't, you know, lifting up in the air or doing crazy stuff. Okay, there is the first sprue. You've got your guns on there. Right there. Looks like you got a landing gear, some other parts of the jet. I want to say plane, but it was actually a jet. Gonna take a look at the canopy next. I never take this out of the bag, that way it doesn't get scratched, because it may be a while before I get to build these, especially since I'm working on 2 projects right now. Okay, there is the decal sheet, and there were 2 different ways. Actually, there might be more. We'll look at the instruction manual, but that's the decal sheet. That looks pretty nice. Okay, so here is one sheet that'll show you this paint job, how to paint that. Very nice. That would be his jet. And the instruction sheet, which is always nice because they give you a lot of information on this. I'll have to read through that just to see if I can find anything that I need. As you can see, everything's easy to build. Lots of detail in that cockpit right there, and that's great. There's your guns. And I showed in the box, they showed the other one that, you know, it opens up and you can see inside. This one does the same. But that is one of the ways you can build it right there. And there is another way. But you can see, very easy to read the instructions. This does come with a pilot. But that is it. Oh. Yeah, it looks like there's 3 ways to build this, actually. So when I said 2, strike that. There's 3. That one I just showed you. This one. Oops. And the one I just lost. Okay. There it is. There's the other way. Okay. Here's is another sheet. As you can see, you've got looks like that piece that's closed, that's open. If you want to see inside there, where the guns are. Looks like you've got most of the cockpit in this area. As you can see, lots of detail. Looks very good. There is the pilot, and he looks great. Here is the wings and your wheels, parts of your landing gears. Let's flip that. Let's do it this way. There we go. Lots of detail there. Very nice. There is the fuselage. And then look at that instrument panel. That looks great. That's a lot of detail there. And that is it for this kit. Okay, next up is the MeA-2a and Kettenkraftrad. Okay, once again, you got that nice weight in there that you can put in your plane on this kit too. We've got our instruction manual here. You can see a lot of this is the same. It just looks like they've done some updates. You're gonna get 3 guys instead of 1. You got the pilot, just like the last one. Then you got this pilot you can put in there. Well, it says pilot A, pilot B. And then this guy is a member of the ground crew. So it's pretty much the same, just a little bit extra. Okay, and then there are the 2 different ways you can do this. And then also this came with another sheet. Most of the time the literature on these are on the instruction manual, but this one, as you can see, is all right here. This looks very interesting, so that's cool. Have to read through that. Okay, here is the decal sheet for your 2 different ways of building that jet. Okay, there is one of the sprues, and I've noticed right off the bat, this is pretty much packed the same way as the other one. There is the canopy, other parts. Okay, there. This one is a little bit different, but that is another sprue. You see, that's the same pilot. This one's just a little bit different. So here is the difference. I'm going to show you. You got this and this part are exactly the same. This is the add-on. So like I said, it's just a little bit different. There are the wings, your wheels, some landing gears. And there is the fuselage. I'm going to bring that in again to show you that instrument panel, because that looks awesome. And then of course here's the big difference. There's the Kettenkraftrad and the 2 extra guys, the guy that drives that and the pilot B. Oops, let's turn that so you can see the detail on the figures. They look really good. Oop. So that's the major difference with this kit. Just a few things. Okay, so the top one, that one's been around for a while. I've actually had that for a few years, but I thought it'd be a good opportunity, since I just got this one, to do a review on both of them at the same time. This one, I think it's been out for a year or so. So yeah, I guess it's just, you gotta decide what you want. If you're wanting, just the single version, or if you're wanting the one with a little bit extra. And like I said, one is the A2A and the other one is the A1A. So there's a little bit of a difference, but not much. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like, please subscribe and take the time out to thank a veteran. Thank them for their service, and God bless.